Just getting home from a junk removal job. Thought I'd show this load here. Some of this stuff in this load's gonna be valuable. Most of it's garbage, but like this is full of stuff. So more stuff. This kind of shows some more of the stuff, but I'll go through these boxes. Garbage. And so you saw the other side. And there's more stuff in here. Okay, I have everything off the trailer and truck and in the dump. So I kept what I needed to keep to go through. It's in my garage, so we'll do that next. Okay, so out of all that stuff that I took to the dump and that I had on the trailer and in the truck, this is the stuff I need to kind of go through with a little bit more interest, because there's possibly some valuable things in here, or some things that are at least worth keeping and possibly donating to a thrift store or selling even. So I have a couple of bins here. One will be for a thrift store. One will be for items I need to cross-reference, maybe on eBay, and items that I may keep. A lot of this stuff is clothing, and just as I kind of look down in some of these boxes, it's just trash, most of it, of course, but that's why the people get rid of it. But I find that there's always something valuable, sometimes a lot of valuable stuff in these boxes like this and tubs. So what I'll do is I have a table set up here, and I'll just start grabbing things and and going through it, and I have my trash can over here as well. So some things I'll trash. Probably, like I say, the bulk of this stuff will be thrown away. But yeah, so I'll go through it here, and I'll kind of show you some of that in what I find if I find anything. Okay, one of the drawers in one of those like little end stands had this in it. Sega Genesis Ultimate Portable Game Player. Probably worth something. Here's some cords that were also in that drawer. So these are both things I'll keep. And then I just started opening up this bag, and there's a pair of Nike Air Max, these black ones here. They look pretty clean. I mean, they need cleaned up a little bit, but they don't look like they've been worn much, so I can clean those up. And they're small, but they're definitely worth selling. So, there. And there's some garbage. Like some deodorant or something. So this is just garbage. And a little cord, I'll throw that away. I do keep some cords. Like I have a scrap box over there for cords because you can, it adds up and you can sell it in cords. So I probably should keep them. But let's see, this is a USB cord. There. So this is a trash bag. I'm just going to kind of see what we got here. It feels empty, but there's a Beats case. It's empty, but the case could be worth selling, or they may be in here still. I don't know, some pants. A watch, Armatron watch. So that's, that's going to be worth selling too. Some cheap sunglasses, a marker, a moisturizer. So it's full, but I don't have any need for that, so I'm just going to throw that away. And here's some cheap headphones. I don't see any name brand, so I'm just going to throw those away. More cords and cell phone chargers. Garbage. I don't know what this is. Looks like a bunch of just crap. For lack of a better word. Channel locks. I'll throw them over here with the 24 other pair I have. Some Gorilla Glue. I can keep that. I'll put that kind of back here in my garage. Just you never know when you need wood glue. A water bottle. I'll probably donate that. I don't think that's worth selling. And some doorknobs. Looks like some just general hardware stuff. Yeah, so most of this is garbage or some soap. I don't have any need for this stuff. I could probably keep these, and actually I think I will keep these and put them in here with the So I have this tub, basically just scrap wires and scrap. That stuff adds up, and then you take it to the scrap yard, and it's worth money. So that everything adds up. That's an iPhone charger. And there's only so many chargers a person needs, right? So scrap that one. Scrap. Just more trash. Trash. That. The calculator. Some calculators can be worth pretty good money. I don't believe this one is. It's worth probably a few dollars, but I'll look it up to make sure. But I don't believe it is. There's some wire. This is trash. Put these in. Let's keep. Oh, this rest of this looks like trash. Oh, grab another one. Okay, on to this next box. You can see that there looks like some sort of a walkie-talkie. Looks to be a nice one. So, sure, that's worth keeping. Sheet, garbage. This looks like a lot of garbage, a lot of books. So, I don't know, that's stuff I can donate, maybe to a thrift store. It's just swim tube. That sounds good right now. It's the middle of summer, so it's hot. Yeah, these looks like a bunch of books. I'll probably just try to donate these to a thrift store. Unless I see something. Goosebumps. With books, it's these kind of books here don't really sell that well. Now, if I found a bunch of the same kind of books, like there's a Goosebumps, if I found like a whole lot of them, then they're worth lotting up and selling. But stuff just looks like more books. Picture. Yeah, so I don't have any money in any of this stuff, really. I mean, I got paid to go do this job. It's a junk removal job. So, I got paid to do it fairly well. I mean, for the few hours of my time it took to do it, today's Monday. I did it yesterday, which was a Sunday evening. It took me about 4 hours, including the drive time, to do this job. I have the expense of renting the trailer, which was $25. The dump fee at the landfill there, which was $60, plus gas. So, you could say I had 150, couple $100 maybe in it, and I got paid. The question is, how much do you get paid? I get paid, I would say, close to what maybe the average person makes in 1 week or something to do this job before the expenses. So, but the cool part about it is you can go through this stuff and you find valuable stuff that then you can usually sell. So that's the main reason why I do it. So some broken glasses, tissues. Those were just all books that I just put in there. So, like a plug it in like a light or whatever, a night light. And a couple of these cheap flashlights. I guess I can donate. Some scissors. T-plug. Oh, those are broken. That plug. This looks like a jewelry case. I'm not sure there's no jewelry in here. Luxury pocket square. I don't have any need for that. So this probably was cufflinks. Judging, I don't think that's worth anything. So throw it away. Some ornaments and more garbage. So let's just the rest is garbage. Here's the suitcase, which I think is just full of clothing. So it's probably not going to be anything in here really worth anything, but I really don't know because it's sealed up, so I haven't opened it. It's packed full, that's for sure. Open up. Okay, looks like part of a vacuum cleaner or something. Yeah, so this all looks like clothing, but some clothing is worth money, of course. But for the most part, I don't mess with a lot of clothing unless it's like, something that's worth listing and selling on eBay. This looks like a electric blanket. I'll just donate that. Let's see, just t-shirts. There's nothing special here that I see so far. I think that goes with the blanket. Just all clothing. I don't see anything special, any kind of special clothing. What you look for, of course, is the name brands that can sell and stuff, but I hate selling clothing, so I try not to mess with it too much. It still has the tag on it. Let's see. Well, just a shirt, but that's worth donating. So the house I got that this stuff came out of was kind of musty and like it'd been empty or whatever. So this clothing's not necessarily. I mean, it looked pretty clean, but you'd have to definitely wash it before I sell it or wear it or anything like that, or donate it. I don't like to donate dirty stuff to a thrift store. So, I don't know what that is, but it looks like it could be cross-referencing the brand. I don't know if it's a hoodie, so I'll maybe throw that in the cross-references here. So I probably can just donate this entire suitcase and give it to the thrift store and let them go through and see what they want. But then again, like I say, it's kind of dirty, so I don't know. I'll either do that or just toss it, but it looks like that's all that's in this one. Let's see. There's a bag. Looks like maybe school notes and supplies. So, more books. In fact, that looks like about all that this is. Shoe. A bunch of notepads. More books. Don't see anything in here really that I want to mess with, so we'll probably just get donated or thrown away. I don't know if the other shoe for this is over here, but I'll donate those. I don't know about those, so the other shoe. Looks like more shoes. They don't look to be in very good shape, so I'm just gonna throw those away. Same with these. I don't like having a bunch of crap laying around, so I try to get through this stuff and get it out of here as soon as I can. You know, as somebody who does a lot of reselling and stuff, space is important, and I hate clutter, so I don't keep a bunch of clutter around. Try not to. Crayons. Guess I can try to donate those. Okay. This looks like trash. Trash, 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 trash. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Let's see. Some hand warmers. Those might be worth keeping. Just to, I don't know. Then again, I don't know when I'll ever need those. And this is garbage. So it's trash night where I live, so let me get through this stuff and get some of it thrown away. It's like another iPhone charger in here. Okay, so here's some boots that are in decent shape. I don't know that I want to mess with selling them, perhaps, but I need to probably see what, if anything, they're worth. It's a sweatshirt. Nothing special. I'll donate it. And I'll probably just donate these as well. And the hand warmers. Probably just keep in a Ziploc bag and then maybe donate them. I'll have to see. Or keep them. Say I don't usually ever use hand warmers though, so I don't know why I should keep them. But here's something garbage. Garbage, garbage. Like garbage. It's like a piece of cloth or something. Okay. Here's a tub. Some dolls. I don't know much about these or if they're worth keeping. They probably could be. I don't know the age, but I'll put them in here and cross-reference them and see. They could be worth selling on eBay. A fan. Hair clip. So I've got plenty of fans like this already, so I'm just going to donate it. I think it's worth selling. Grab another tub. Backpack. Zipper. She's stuck. There we go. Just looks like hygiene products. Throw that away. Ultimate light board. I don't know. I'll reference that, but I don't think it's worth much. Ball. I caught on over here. This is some Oral-B, I don't know, toothbrush heads or something. I'll just throw that away. And white out. Probably could use that. I don't have any of that. Although I don't know if people really use it much anymore. And some paper, some notebooks. Looks like brand new notebooks and folders. So I'll probably keep the folders. And then that. Then this stuff can be donated. Colored pencils. I don't need those either. So donate that. Doll head. Well, here's the doll here. I don't know. I don't think this is worth anything keeping, but no. Probably just donate the dolls. More dolls. Some of these dolls, I mean, I have to kind of look them up. I don't really know, but some of these can be worth selling. I mean, worth money. So, depending on the brand and like whatever. So, backpack. See, that's not very good. That's full of old candy. Sticky old candy. So, we'll throw that away for sure. Nasty. It's a lot of candy. Jeez. They had a lot of candy. Nails. Another doll. Activity scrapbook. I don't know what these are. Fidgets. Something. Sometimes you think something's garbage, and you really should probably look it up, because sometimes things are worth money that you think's garbage. I've learned that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I know, like, some of these kind of dolls can be worth money. I've sold them before. They're like, I forget the name. I don't know. So, what the hell's the name of those dolls? I know I've sold them before. They're like kind of. Here's these. So these kind of dolls, like, I'll look up. Certain ones can be worth money. So this is full of dolls and like action figures and stuff. So I'll just keep this whole entire of Spider-Man. And then when I have time, which it's hard to say when I get time enough to look this stuff up, I'll maybe see if any of these are worth selling. So I'll keep all this stuff. This little bicycle helmet probably goes to a doll. Accessories like that can sometimes be worth $20 even, or something on eBay. I'm not saying that one's worth $20, but it very well could be worth something like that. So I'll put it over here in my keep bin. And this looks like more accessories. A little watch. I don't know. Just like a toy watch. I don't think any of this stuff's really worth keeping here. That might be. So throw that there. Tempered. I don't know if that's something worth selling. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Lotion or something that blew up. And so, like, just some more clothing. So the rest of this stuff in here looks like garbage. So that might be worth looking up what that is. So my trash can's getting full, so I'm gonna dump the trash can and then the jacket. I don't know. Then I'll be right back for the next one here. Okay, I've got the trash can changed, and those hand warmers. I put them in a Ziploc, and I'll put them with my camping equipment, and then that's probably be the only place I'll use it. Some deodorant. Throw that away. Vaseline. Some boards. Yeah, so this is trash. Probably just go straight in the trash can. Well, the luggage, I guess, could probably maybe still be used. Let me look down in these pockets. Some vitamins. Yeah, this is just somebody used this, just for their suitcase. Duh, right? These are garbage. I'm going to put them over here in the corner with the potential other garbage. But this is fairly clean, so I can donate this. If you ever need luggage, thrift stores have tons of this stuff, and a lot of it's like people just donate. So it's stupid to go buy a new one. Although I've bought new ones before, but you can go to thrift stores and just for a few bucks usually pick one up. So that's if you're not too good to go to a thrift store and use somebody's old luggage, I guess. This is a Christmas ornament that lights up. I'm actually going to keep this and look this up. Some of this stuff like this can be, and that's kind of colorful. I don't know how old it is. That's going to probably be the key. It doesn't look very old, but maybe it's, if it's it says 2017, so it's not horribly old. So I'll donate it at the very least. And that just looks like bags, gift bags that have been used. Some more ornaments, Christmas stuff. So what I'll do is make this a donation bin as well. Here, here's a sheet that I don't need. Put it over in the corner there. Trash. These are some shirts. I saw these yesterday. There was a dresser, like a big dresser, that had like 6 drawers in it, and all the drawers still had clothing in it that I left at the dump. But this, I think one of the drawers had these. This like still has tags on it from like Old Navy. These like polos, but they're small, so I'm not gonna throw them away when they're brand new. So I'll donate them to the thrift store, and somebody can get some use out of them. Probably. There's a couple of sleeping bags. Depending on the brand. That one's a Coleman. That's probably possibly worth keeping. But used sleeping bags, believe it or not, sell pretty well, or can, on eBay. Depending on the brand and the rating and that sort of thing. This is a mummy sleeping bag. I'll have to wash it, of course. But I can't use a sleeping bag. I'm too big for most sleeping bags. But I don't see a brand name on this one. So it'll probably just get donated. But it's in pretty good shape. So put it over here. Most likely donate that one. And then the Coleman one here. Got a recognizable brand. Probably still not worth a whole lot, but could be worth. So once again, depending on the model and the brand and if the zipper works. I don't know if I feel like messing with it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just going to donate it. Some of this stuff I'm donating definitely has value, and it has value on eBay or whatever, but there's only so much stuff, that one guy can process and do. So I kind of pick what I want. And the stuff I'm keeping over here, I've already saw some valuable stuff. We'll go over that maybe at the end, what I'm keeping, but, kind of be picky, choosy a little bit with what I keep, because time is money. So takes time to list all that stuff and clean it and reference it. There's another bag, but it's got stains on it and stuff, so I'm just gonna throw it away. And looks like more books. Somebody like to read. And these books, I had a junk pickup back last fall that literally was a pile of books. I don't even know how many hundreds of books that were hardback books, somebody's book collection. And I ended up just donating all of it because I just didn't have the time to process all these books, literally hundreds of books. And they were like somewhat valuable books, like Stephen King books, novels, that kind of thing. So I just took them straight to a Goodwill and donated them because, like I say, only so much you can process and do. It's a Pokemon something book. Of course, I'm probably going through some stuff that could be worth money, but I don't know. It's probably not worth money. But just because it's Pokemon and people collect some of that stuff. A remote control. It's Sony. Looks like it's probably for a TV, so it's usually probably not worth much. But it's good to look up remote controls because they can, be worth $15, $20, $25. But I don't think this one is. It's got a Netflix symbol on it. So it's to a TV. But I am going to keep it, and I'll type that number in and see what it's worth. So, books. Yeah, I had a junk removal, another one last year. People like have a room they just want cleared out and stuff, or I've done whole garages. But they had a whole box full of old video games. Like it's kind of like with like complete in a box. Like I believe they were Nintendo 64 games and like some Super Nintendo games, and it was like a jackpot, like kind of hitting that because I ended up selling that stuff for hundreds of dollars. So I don't know what that is. It's some kind of a is that a remote control? I don't know. It's probably not worth anything. Trash. Rubik's Cube. Fig pen. So I don't know. It's possibly worth looking up. Look it up and see. So if I don't know and I think it could be valuable, I'll keep it and look it up. I don't know if I probably already said that 10 times, but that's kind of the name of the game. Another watch. Another Rubik's Cube. I'm just going to donate those. Watch. An alarm clock. Lanyard. I don't think that's worth keeping. Time links. I'll donate it. Cheap tripod. I'll donate it. Speaker. AirPods. I'll have to look up the watch, and I'll look this up. Throw the rest of this stuff away. Now, like an RC car remote control could be worth money too, but this looks like a cheap one. I don't even see a name brand, so it's probably just not worth keeping. Because sometimes people will just buy the, their RC car brakes, and they need the remote control for it or whatever. But yeah, looks like more notes, books, trash. A hat. Donate it. Trapper Keeper. I don't know, do they call them that anymore? I don't think it's an actual Trapper Keeper brand, but 5-star. Looks like a bunch of stickers and stuff. Maybe like glow-in-the-dark stickers. I don't have much use for, I don't think. Well, yeah, it's like for your bedroom, like stars to put on your ceiling or whatever. So somebody may want those. We just donate them as well. And this looks like garbage, old shoes. Look like an empty box, had some headphones in it. A McDonald's toy or something. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here really worth keeping, so I'll throw this box over here too. Trash. Okay, more books. 100 games. I don't think it's worth keeping. So yeah, looks like more books and clothing. But looks like clothing is not really worth keeping. No. It's one of those Indianapolis Colts programs. Okay. I'm getting there. Now, I know that a couple of those I think are just full of clothing, so I may not even go through those with you. It won't bore you too much. So we're getting down to the end here. There's another game. Build your own video games. I may reference the pieces in this. Put all those pieces in there if it's a popular game or if it could be worth money, the little blocks that are in there. So I'll put that and reference it and see. But probably not worth anything. Here's a hat. It's pretty bad shape. I sell a lot of hats, and I have sold probably hundreds of hats through the years, but this one's, it's not a snapback. It's not like a really expensive hat, and it's really dirty. Wouldn't be worth my time cleaning up. So I'm just going to throw it away. And this goes over here with whatever this is. I'm sure I'll throw that away. It doesn't look like anything I want to keep. This is garbage. What that is, kind of powder or something, medicine. Looks like just clothing. Yeah, so people do like storage units, and they'll like bid on storage units, and they have tubs. They do a similar type of a thing. I mean, you don't really know what you're getting a lot of times on those, but yeah, they just similar. I mean, I'm going through all this stuff for the first time and the only time. I'd say it's mostly going to be garbage. Nasty. Just about again here where I need to dump the trash. After this, go through this trash. It's like one of those things that sprays in the bathroom for. This looks like a charger for that. Another charger for that walkie-talkie that I found earlier in the video, so I'll keep that. shoe that are pretty bad shape. You know, somebody could probably clean these shoes up. I mean, they're Nike and they may be worth selling, but if it takes too much cleaning, I don't usually do them. Like, usually don't keep them and clean them unless they're really valuable shoes, and I don't believe that neither one of these two are. So I'll probably just, I don't even know if they're worth donating like that. Those first ones were worth keeping, those black ones that were the Air Max shoes or whatever. This is all garbage, cardboard, some kind of hair styling product. The towel. Yep, more garbage. So this skull candy broken. This is trash too, so I'll just probably throw trash in here. But I don't need this. I'll throw this in the cords. This can be donated. It's like a wall hanging. Hey, somebody bought it at Goodwill, 99 cents. So it'll go back to a thrift store. Maybe somebody else will buy it for 99 cents. Okay, getting there. Like I say, this here is just clothing, I'm pretty sure, along with that big black trash bag. So I'll probably get ready to do those here in a minute, and then I'll maybe if I find something, show you. But this is pretty similar too. Looks like it's just clothing and I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know. It's something. I don't know if it's a shirt or what this is. Let's see. Very like heavy, whatever it is. What the hell? Pants or? Yeah, I guess they're pants. Just my style. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's not my style. But size 36. I don't know. Those, they look cheap. Like they look like they're just in like an Amazon bag, but they still could be worth, maybe reselling on eBay or Amazon. So I'll keep these. All right. And looks like a brand new pair of shoes. Oh, nope, not brand new. They tricked me. They're the old Skechers shoes. They're old shoes. But that's garbage. Garbage. Spoon. Feels like a cheap spoon. I'll throw it away. And a blanket. I like these kind of blankets, like the real soft ones. But I've got one about like that, and I don't need it, so I'll donate it, I guess. Doesn't seem to be too dirty. Essential oils, Airwick. Actually, I think I have Airwick, so I may keep that and use that. I don't know. I don't use those very often. So, okay, and then that's just a hamper with some old clothes in it. So, I've got this box over here, which looks like crap. It's got some Christmas tree in it, and I'll go through it. Let's see. Whatever this is pretty sure it's going to be garbage. Well, I think it's a shelf, and like I don't need that, so it'll go in the junk pile over here. And here's a bag. Oh. Looks like more books. Oh, there we go. Pokemon cards. I don't know. They look like they're in pretty bad shape. don't know. I may take these and cross-reference them. I don't know a lot about these. These look like they're in bad shape, but I may just keep those to the side and see if... I don't think that they're worth anything, but... And these are just all books. So they'll go to the thrift store over here. Oh, what I'll probably do even tonight is load everything that goes in the thrift store up in my truck, because I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight, and then I'll just take that in the morning and get rid of it and be done with all this stuff, except for maybe a tub or two that I'm keeping or whatever to go through. So, like I say, the best thing to do is just get it sorted and be done with it, I guess. There's like a Christmas tree, ice scraper. These things are garbage. Every time you go to use them, they just break. Other trash, as far as I'm concerned. It's like a couple of DVD players, which are basically worthless nowadays, but if they are the right brand, they're Sony. Actually, that remote control that I had probably goes to one of these. And some of the Sony DVD players and Blu-ray players can still be worth selling if you have the remote control and you clean it up and you test it. Here's a Blu-ray player. So I'll probably keep both these because they're Sony. Test them, and they're probably worth, I don't know, I haven't looked them up lately, but they're worth selling for probably over $25 if you have the remote control. So I'll keep those. And this looks like just garbage. Oh, wait, no, here's another DVD player. Oh, that one doesn't have a cord with it. I don't know if the power cord could be one of those cords that I threw in there earlier, so we'll see. It's garbage. Garbage. So, okay, that leaves this, which is full of clothing, and this one, which is full of clothing. So, I think it's full of clothing. I don't know. So, anyway, I'll go through these. I'm sure there's nothing. If there's anything special in this clothing, I'll come back and show you, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Okay, so you can see I have everything cleared out here, and my truck has a bunch of stuff in it. I'll probably just go ahead and leave here directly and take to Goodwill or somewhere. But so on the table here, I kind of have what's deemed valuable enough for me to keep and sell on eBay. So that the box of dolls, or the bag of dolls, I went through it and I kept these kind, which is like Monster High. That's the name I was trying to remember earlier. And the ones that look like this. So I can either sell them individually for maybe $12 to $15 each, which takes a long time to sell. And by the time you have eBay fees and shipping and all that sort of thing, it's not really worth it. So I'll probably lot them together, have a lot of these kind and a lot of these kind. These, similar thing. I think this doll here is worth maybe like $20. Same with this one, or I can lot them together, maybe get 30, 40 for the pair. So these actually ended up being decent. If they work, I'll have to check and make sure they work, and they probably do. But the two on top there are worth about between $40 and $50 each if they work. They're newer, so they have Wi-Fi capability in them or whatnot, so that makes them worth more. And then the one down here is probably worth around $25 to $35 if it works. I only have the one remote though, so I'll have to see which one it goes to. It goes to one of these two. So that's a nice little score. That helmet ended up going with this remote control and this I forget what they call those things, hoverboards or whatever they're called. But it is missing the stick that goes up here. So it's still probably worth selling. The remote control is worth about $20 just by itself. So if nothing else, I can just sell it because people have the toy. And like I was saying earlier in the video, people will buy controllers just because they lose them or they break. These are still a mystery. These stylish pants right here. They're probably not worth much. They're kind of hard to look up because there's just so much of this kind of crap on the internet nowadays, and you know they're made in China or whatever, and I don't think there's any specific name brand. So I'll look a little harder maybe when I get some time. It's probably worth $20 or something. The shoes, they're size 7Y, like for children, and they need cleaned up a little bit. You can see, but they're probably going to be worth I don't know, 40, $50 at the most, maybe 30, 35. I saw kind of all over the place depending on how they clean up, but they're not wore out hardly. So they're just kind of got some dirt on them. These watches are worth about $20 each. This one's about 20. This one's maybe 15 to 20. It's like a toy watch. It's a LOL Surprise brand. And then this one's the Armatron. And the walkie-talkie, these aren't like a real big good brand or anything like that, but I think I can probably get $20 to $30 for everything here as a lot because there's 2 chargers. And then this is the Sega Genesis. I don't know, it's a handheld game. I'll have to see if it works. If it does not work, it's worth about $15 for parts. If it works, it's probably worth about $30 to $40. So I'll have to test it out. But yeah, so a nice little score. Not the best in the world, but you know, not having much in this other than my time. You know, I ought to be able to make a little extra money. What I'll do, it's the middle of summer right now, so I may keep some of this stuff, and then when the weather turns cold and the junk removals kind of in the winter or whatever, people don't do it as much, so there's not as much business. Then I'll have some back supply of stuff to sell in the fall and in the winter. So if you're still watching, this is the end of the video. So hopefully you can like and subscribe to my channel. I'm still new. I know these videos aren't the best, but I'm working on trying to get them better. And if you like this sort of thing, you know, this channel will have this sort of stuff on here. And then who knows what else I do day to day. I do all kinds of stuff. So, but I appreciate you watching, and hopefully you'll tune in to the next one. Bye for now.